Oh.
I hate it. It's my curse. That's why I'm so bitter.
Now you're just doing casual today. It's all right. Just tell yourself it's casual.
You got me right after my shower, like everybody needs to know that.
Say what?
I thought you got me right after my shower, like everybody needs to know that.
Oh,
But you got me clean.
well, hey, better there than because Darren, haven't you been on your headset and like other people? Haven't you heard other people when they were on their headset and you could tell that they were in the can or something?
No, well, no.
No, okay.
Not on my headset, but I can tell when people have taken their cell phone into the bathroom. And,
Okay, well, cell phones, yes. Okay. So to clarify, Darren has not had someone on their headset playing a game go into the can, but on cell phones, he's heard that. So,
Hey, you know what, though? It would be different if we were here in ritual rather than on a phone call. Because sometimes it's unavoidable.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. Yeah, well, that's one of the weird places that you are when you're doing stuff on virtual, but it's and another thing too is like okay certain things in ancient Egyptian rituals were done and they were timed for like in the break of dawn, or midday or in the evening. But when you're doing a live stream service, you could have all three of those going on, and at once, depending on where people are tuning in from. So, that's why I've had to adapt a few things because, that thing about it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, it is.
hey, is that chocolate?
Yes, I do have a little bit of chocolate on the offering plate tonight. And hello, everyone. Welcome.
Is this a regular ritual tonight, or is there a celebration or something?
It's a fairly regular ritual. Now there was something that we're using as the theme. There something from the Cairo calendar for this week that Ma'at is raised up to Ra. So I said, well, then that means they're going to be the focus of our attention tonight. But of course, there have been requests for prayers for health and things like that. So Sekhmet is going to be, alongside, just as a matter of course, so, and Josh is baking a cake.
Cool.
So, sounds good.
Now tonight, I will say I have a request.
Okay. Some prayers. Well, we've got a lot of them. There are people who are, trying to stay well. And then of course we've got the hurricane, that's come through. And actually, you know what? As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's go ahead.
Residue of Delta.
Huh?
Are you getting any residue with Delta right now?
We are getting rain. It's kind of let up earlier, but we'd had rain all day, and so far it seems like that's what we're going to get. It's not going to be nearly as bad for us as it was for Laura, which I'm grateful for. But yeah, people down in Lake Charles, they're getting a second smack, and even though it's not a Cat 4, it's all the debris and stuff that was around for Laura is still there and it's getting blown around again. So
yeah, they picked up 1.4 million cubic yards.
Wow. Huh?
How bad was Laura when it came ashore?
Laura, when it came ashore, was a Cat 4.
Yeah, it was a high Cat 4. Yeah, it was just shy of a Cat 5 when it made landfall. Now this is the thing that's really
okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't remember hearing that.
Yeah, and the other thing is when Laura came ashore, it was fairly unique in that by the time it made it to where we are, it was still a Cat 1. Most of the time, and Delta is no exception, by the time it gets to us, it's a tropical storm or a tropical depression, and so all we get is rain and maybe a little wind. But we actually had I took a little bit of video of it. I mean, some strong winds. You could hear the trees just go, the wind going through it. It was really something. So we're also going to invoke Mahes, and ask for his protection as well because that's kind of his forte. So yeah, we have our stuff set out for us tonight. So yeah. Sure. Yeah. Okay. And Okay, yeah, and yeah, Silverwind just asked a quick prayer request for those currently being affected by Hurricane Delta. Yeah, and we were just talking about the fact that we are getting affected by it where we are right now, so that's very much on our minds. And Christian, you were asking what did you miss? Nothing. We were just kind of talking about what the situation is with everyone right now, and we're just about to get started. So you came in at just the right time. So let's go ahead and.
I was thinking maybe satin shoes should be called upon, for the wind.
Sure. Yeah. So we can definitely do that. But
hopefully it won't be as bad up here in Bahia. Oh
yeah.
my gosh, we had blood. It was fun.
Yeah, that's right. Because the thing is, it's not done when it gets out of Louisiana. It's going to go all the way up through, and so hopefully you guys won't have anything.
Nashville's going to be affected. We know that.
Okay. Yeah, and our friend Preston is in Knoxville.
Total other end of the state.
Closer to where Yamanu is. But y'all are probably going to get some rain.
Get a few clouds and some rain, but that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it affects a lot of people. But okay. Well, let me kind of get started. Now, I've been looking forward to this because we start these off and we're kind of all over the place. But what I love about it is as we go through it, it's a wonderful way to center. And I feel like as much has been going on lately, we really need that opportunity to just center and find our focus. So. These cool waters are upon our hands. They purify us, as Tefnut purifies us. Hail unto you, Anachiru. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. And we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. Well, I guess I'm not getting out of that, huh? I just have to flick the water somewhere. All right. Okay. All right, and I'll start with this little candle for Eye of Horus. Come in peace, bright Eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The Eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it.
Receive the light.
Receive the light. The Eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus comes. And we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
Anyway. Light. A candle for Mahes. Scarlet Lord. Lord of Storms. Great and glorious Mahes. May you protect all of those who have been or are in the path of the storm. And Sekhmet the Great, Eye of Ra, we ask you as well to come and bring us health and peace. And let us honor you alongside Ra. You arise in the Akhet as Kopri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O you Netcharu, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your heart. O Ra Horaketi, O Ma'at, O Yunacharu, these waters are the Eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Hunocharu, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. Its fragrance is the Eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you, it cleanses you, it adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. Ra Horketi Hanuchuru, we give you this Eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the Eye of Horus, O Nechiru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. Gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the Eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Nechiru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure is Ma'at within her house. Pure are the Kas of Ra and Ma'at with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure. For Ra Horaketi, for Ma'at, for Sekhmet, and for Mahes, in every place that their mortal Kas dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your bodies, O Nechiru. Come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra and Ma'at, before Sekhmet and Mahes. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Keti and your son, the Osunisut Nevkeperura, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourself to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And now let us be sure to honor our beloved Aku. And bring them the Eye of Horus. And cool waters from the table of Osiris. Horekeru ta henket kakao apidus nutrinrahat kutnibet nofra wabet anket nutrim and cow and akupu nibun makaru nibu hiranachara. A voice offering of 1,000 of bread and beer, beef and fowl, incense, oils, all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, all true of voice before the great god. And I actually went today to the local metaphysical shop to see if they happened to have a statue of Ma'at, and they did not. But I think that was their sign that I need to make something. In the meantime, I do have a pin of her, and that's what I have to represent Ma'at. And it's from an exhibit from about 2003. But she's got her 2 feathers, one in each hand. You should be able to see. Well, it's very, very tiny, but there's Ma'at. So we come unto you, Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your cause shall live. Truly, your need has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. Isfet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion for such as the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality for such as the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity for such as the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness for such as the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth for such as the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good for such as the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance for such as the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others for such as the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay, and I have a couple of litanies specifically for her somewhere in here. Okay, this is something that we adapted from the temple texts from Hybus, which is an oasis in the desert. And it was built during the Persian period, but we think that a lot of the texts were taken from Thebes as their template. That's where their source material came from. So, hail and praise unto you, O Ma'at, shining upon the brow of Ra. You brought forth the gods from yourself. You brought peace unto the two rivals. The Lord of all, he lives through you. You provide for his house every day. May you build your magnificent throne on our heads, in our mouths, in our hearts. Let's see. Should have one more. O Ra who sets with Ma'at, Ma'at is joined to his brow. O Ra who rises with Ma'at, Ma'at embraces his beauty. O Ra effective through Ma'at, Ma'at is secured to his bark. O Ra mighty through Ma'at, whereon he lives every day. O Ra who made Ma'at, and whom one offers Ma'at. You place Ma'at in our hearts that we may raise her up to your Ka. We know you live by her, and it is you who made her body. We are straight ones, free of lies, who do not practice deception. And since somebody mentioned Shu, that would also be appropriate. So we will read for him as well. Okay. I am he who foretells Ra when he ascends from the Akhet. I put the fear of him into whomever seeks out his name. I am the one among the Heh gods who hears their words. I dispatch the word of the self-created to the multitudes. I am the one who captains the sunbark and its crew. I am stronger and more raging than all the Aenids. I show splendor in accordance with my nature. I speak, and the Aenids are silent. I am he whose shape was exhaled, whom this august god created, who strews the sky with his beauty, whose name the gods do not know, the one whom the sun folk serve. Shu is the one whom Atum fashioned. His robe is the air of life. A cry for him went forth from the mouth of Atum. The air opened upon his ways. He makes the sky light after darkness. His pleasing color is the breath of Atum. Storm clouds in the sky are his efflux. Hailstorm and dusk are his sweat. The length of the sky is his stride. The width of the earth are his settlements. All living things upon the back of Geb, by Atum's command does Shu govern them. His life is in their nostrils. He guides breath into their throats. Oh, Shu, if you would continue to look after us and to help us to better be able to enjoy that gift of life, not only as we deal with the storms, but also deal with sickness, allergies, and all of these things. Please continue to protect us. And I'll continue. There's a whole thing from the candle here. And by the way, I think I put this. It's in the newsletter, which is on the website. So if you go and you find it, the most recent one, the prayer to Mahes is on there. Hail and praise unto you, O raging lion, the scarlet lord, flashing and thundering God, Lord of darkness and winds, one who acts swiftly, great God who listens, most glorious Mahes, O son of mighty Sekhmet, protect us from every evil. Lord of slaughter, protect those who are innocent. Hear our prayers. Defend us as you defend Ra from his wicked foes. Hail Sekhmet, the great Eye of Ra, who hides him within her iris. Hail Sekhmet, sovereign, mistress of light, who moves in brightness. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of darkness, at whose setting the darkness comes. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of fear, whose seal brings death. Hail unto you, Sekhmet, daughter of Ra, who loves Ma'at, who detests Zfet. Most holy of the gods, one seeks life in you. We had several prayer requests, some of them unspoken. Jory is not feeling too well, and so he is asking for prayers for his health. We actually had one of our friends, Michelle, is getting the flu shot next week, and the last time she got it, she had a lot of side effects from it. Didn't feel very well, so she asked for Sekhmet to help her get through it this time. And of course, I've actually been dealing with, pretty bad sinus infection the past week, and I'm trying to get over it, and I ask for continued health and strength to finish getting over it, not have to go back and get more prednisone, because the rush and the munchies from that is kind of tough to deal with.
Yeah.
It is tough for you to deal with too, I think.
Yeah.
So please, out of mercy for my husband, please help me to get better.
Well, no. Last night she was able to take care of herself, and that was about it.
Yeah.
So yes, out of mercy for me, please.
And yes, at this point, I know there were some other prayer requests here, and certainly, for everyone who's dealing with the hurricane, may they get through it. And I think you were actually hoping that your mom's trailer would end up being something that the insurance could write off so she could get a new one.
Yes, because she's been living in unhealthy conditions.
Yeah. So Set, I think this is your department. If there's a destruction that can open the way for improvement, then may your watchful eye guide things where they need to go.
May my mom be properly protected and blessed.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Okay, there's all right. Prayer for healing and protection for my family. Oh, Serrano's grandfather has COVID. Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Yeah, and prayer for the cake to do well. First time baking.
It is delicious cake. You must eat it.
Yes, whatever happens, it is delicious cake. You must eat it. Okay. I'm just looking to make sure that. That's a funny nickname, the Nope Rope. Haha. I'll have to explain that later to you. Okay, a lot of discussion here, and that's. I'm gonna have to kind of go and look back on that. Okay, somebody's got a birthday. Okay, Brian is 31. Okay, and Amun is his patron. Okay, and his diabetes. I'm glad you're still here and that you've been able to keep on top of it for this long. Someone else who venerates Tutankhamun. Very cool. Yeah. So you guys, I'm just kind of scrolling back because y'all got on this wonderful conversation, and okay, now I think I've kind of at least skimmed over everything, because I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not missing prayer requests. So if y'all want to go ahead, I see it highlighted if you do like an @ to my username or whatever. But okay. Happy birthday, and
we're gonna pray for Grandpa for certain.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, please, Lady Sekhmet, and look after Saran's grandfather, because grandpas can be very special people to us sometimes.
Yes, they can.
Yeah. And I'm thinking of one that.
Right now.
Huh?
I think right now, in general, it's a good idea to ask for health for everybody.
Yeah, we all need it. Well, let's also read for Amun. And, for our friend's birthday. And also, because, Amun has many talents as well. So this is from a Stella from an artist at Daryl Medina. Praise unto Amun-Ra. I make for him adoration to his name. I give him praises to the height of heaven and over the breadth of the earth. I tell his might to travelers north and south. Beware ye of him. Declare him to son and daughter, to great and to small. Herald him to generations not yet born. Herald him to fishes in the deep, to birds in the sky. Declare him to fool and wise. Beware ye of him. You are Amun, Lord of the silent, who comes at the voice of the poor. When I call to you in my distress, you come to rescue me, to give breath to him who is wretched, to rescue me from bondage. You are Amun-Ra, Lord of Thebes, who rescues him in Duat. For you are he who is merciful. When one appeals to you, you are he who comes from afar. May you continue to come from afar and to hear those of us who honor you and who are trying to stay well in this difficult time. Lend us your ear and give us breath, and especially Sarana's grandfather. Yes, and I know we have a pretty good group here most of the time, and lots of discussion, which I can't get really deep into it because I'm having to focus on this part. But I do plan to point out when I get to record for another bite, that we are a community, and we need to look out for each other, and especially when people are commenting on other videos, don't get personal with them, because I spotted something last time that I had to go and I took out a comment where somebody got too personal with somebody else, and they felt unwelcome, and so they were going to back out of the group, being the channel. And I hate to hear that, because all of us are ambassadors of our own faith and our own what it is to be pagan, and just as much as we don't like associating with other people that don't act kindly, or at least civilly. Let's look out for each other and not fall prey to the same temptations as the rest of the world seems to be falling prey to these days. So okay, message signal room here. Okay, we should do a divination for us next year. Okay, purchase Sekhmet from a manager's brother who got into a car accident and might be paralyzed. Oh my goodness. Okay, and all right, and Kane, safe travels, and we hope to see you again soon. Because somebody has to step out for now. And if we don't see you beforehand, have a good week.
Much love, man.
Yeah. And okay, for my manager's brother got in a car wreck. Oh my goodness. Keep us posted on that too, because if they end up disabled because of that, maybe we can
Yeah, I might be able to help them.
Yeah. But the first thing they've got to do is heal, because that's going to be a long process. But definitely. Hail of Sekhmet, O great lady, mistress of peace, mistress of sunlight and joy. Eye of Ra, who destroys his enemies, who loves Ma'at and hates his Fet. The one who protects the sun folk and those who serve Ra. May you please protect our friend's brother and help him get through this, because this is this is a difficult thing to go through for anyone, but there's light on the other side. This doesn't have to be it. And if there's anything we can do to help, let us, let people who can help each other be able to connect, and let us be able to do your work where it needs to be done. And please be our reach where there's no more that we can do. Okay, and I did get a request for a divination to see. I don't know about the whole year, but let's see what we've got. Oh, I think this one's what we need to look. We might have two. I think we might have two because I had a couple of them trying to just like pop out of here. So let's see what's up for this week. And our first message. A secret admirer will soon send you a sign of affection. Okay. Well, I don't know who that's directed towards because I know who my admirer is. Yeah. But love you too, boo. Well, may there be people who are watching our show and enjoying it who, get the courage to say hello and, we can welcome them into the group maybe. That might be one way to look at it. But this other one here kind of tried to hop out, so I think that might be another one they're trying to tell us. And when you speak honestly and openly, others truly listen to you.
Coupled with the first one.
Yeah, but and not only that, that's especially appropriate considering we're honoring Ra and Ma'at. And she says, when you speak honestly and openly, others truly listen to you.
Including that someone you have a crush on.
Okay, well, hey, that might be for somebody out there. If there's somebody you got a crush on, just let them know. That might be it. Huh?
Kind of goes along the lines of what Tahuti says.
Mm-hmm.
What is true is sweet.
Yes. Well, there are times when speaking the truth hurts. But not all the time. And so in this case, I guess what they're saying is, speak honestly and speak from the heart. Speak from the heart. So. No, I just sent a message of affection. Oh, well. Okay, a secret admirer doesn't have to be romantic. Yeah, that's true. Okay, and Wolf has a question for any advice for the coming week. Okay, so what do we have for Wolf this week? I think this is the one we need to open. Okay. Doubt is the beginning, not the end of wisdom. So there you go, Wolf. That's the guidance we got for this week. As doubt is the beginning, not the end of wisdom. So, Okay, let me check and see. Okay, and yeah, and Josh also has any advice or guidance for the next step in my life. Okay, well, we can always pull another one and see. Yeah, it's funny. It's like I said, my hand just said, okay, without even thinking about it. This is the one that I went to. So let's see, Josh, what you got? Okay, Josh, it says, chill while you can. Big project is coming your way.
Oh, shit.
So enjoy that cake, I guess. Hopefully it'll be something good, though. Oh, boy. Yeah, well, big projects can be fun. It depends on what they are. But, I guess if anybody's got any other requests, we'll do that before we wrap up. Okay, yeah. Well, just keep reading, because he's wanting to study to become a Kemetic, which is that's going to involve a lot of study of the Egyptian language, and because that's a title for generally it's translated as a lector priest, but they're the ones that read from all the sacred scrolls. So yeah, you pretty much have to know the Egyptian language to do that. Let's see what else. Okay, well, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. And I tell you what, yeah. Well, let me tell you this, okay? I will say this because somebody asked me, well, read a fortune cookie for the presidential debate. I will take this opportunity to share a little bit of thought. Because we did get a request last week for Mr. Trump's health. And that would be a fair thing to ask for. But there's a story from Chinese lore of a farmer who was struggling, and he was presented an offer by a deity to grant one wish. Well, his conundrum was that he was unsure about his farm and how well it would do. His mother was sick, and his wife was having fertility problems. So he had 3 very pressing concerns, but only one wish. So he thought about it, and he asked the deity that he wanted his mother to be able to watch her grandson bringing in a good harvest. So if you think about it, that encompassed everything. So sometimes you don't want to think too specifically about what you're asking for. So in this case, thinking about what's going on, probably the fairest thing, then this is what I would ask for. This is my prayer for, what's going on, with Mr. Trump. May he be able to appreciate his limitations as a human being. And I wish for him to be able to put his arms around his children with a sense of humility and gratitude and tell them that he loves them. Now, what it takes to get from this point to that's up to the gods. But that's my wish. So.
I shall return.
Okay, and Darren has to step out for a minute. So, I think that's a good spot that we can end it on.
We have one more quick.
Okay. Oh, what's up?
I forgot to mention I have a friend who could use some healing. She's getting tested for some lumps.
Yeah, they've already told her that it's malignant
Ooh.
So they're just going in deciding if they can cut it out or if they can radiate it. She might just have everything chopped off, but she finds out on Tuesday what she has.
Oh, okay. So this is someone who's dealing with breast cancer. Oh, and basically they're trying to figure out how to treat it. Okay.
One of her best friends.
Okay, so yeah, so someone's best friend is dealing with that. They figured out she does have something malignant, and right now they're trying to figure out how to treat it. And my prayer is that they can get it all out and she can be, cancer free. And a prayer that they caught it nice and early. So Lady Sekhmet, please look after Shannon's friend and help guide her to a swift recovery. And you know what? I'm also going to ask Sirket to give us a hand too. Hail, O Sirket, O noble lady, Sirket Hetit, the giver of breath. Come unto us, O Lady of Heaven, and drive out every evil that is in our bodies. With your fire in your mouth and your flame before you, set your spells against all those who wish us ill. Mistress of your mansion among the undying stars, mistress of the cavern who protects the bark of Ra. And please help me to find your drawing that I did of you so that I can get some artwork of that done. Because somewhere in my stuff I have a drawing of Sirket that I need to scan so I can make plaques of it. But, if she can help me find it, then, we can do that. But more importantly, I hope that everyone has life, well-being, and health. Because it just seems like things are kind of at a fever pitch right now, and we need to just be able to get through this. So,
As it is, you've got quite a queue going at this point, don't you?
yeah.
Bez,
Huh? Say what?
Like Bez, several deities.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Let's go ahead and say our prayers for the offerings to endure, so that we'll have something to carry us through the next week. And I'm glad, as always, that everyone was here, and I was really looking forward to it today. So, hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Aeneid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shanit in Unu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentia Mentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Nucheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kemenu endures. As the name of Ra and the Aket endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Nucheru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Nucheru, to every place your mortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Menjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay, everyone. Let's see. All right. Thanks. S&D. Yes. Yeah. That's definitely us. I was really glad to have you guys tonight. And I hope you guys do well and have a good week. And look forward to seeing everyone. And hopefully we'll all have good news next week. So,
Love you.
much love in the meantime.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Big hug, Seta.
You too. Big hugs. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Seth.
Love you, Seta. Love you, Robert.
Love you too, Darren.
Okay. Cool.